Germany, four-time champion Germany, just got thrown out of the World Cup by Paraguay on penalties. Grown men sobbed into their scarves, and while all that was happening, one guy, a guy who can't name a single player on either team, quietly made money off that exact moment. He's not lucky. He's not a genius. And no, he didn't place a sports bet. He found a machine hiding in plain sight that pays cold, hard cash for exactly one thing: being right about the future. Superfans with 20 years of knowledge are losing to people who know nothing. That's not supposed to happen. So stick with me, because once you see this machine, you can't unsee it. And this machine has receipts. It called the last big election better than almost every expert on television. It's not a poll. Nobody decides the number. No anchor, no algorithm, no expert in charge. It got built, kind of by accident, by a crowd of total strangers, all just trying to make a quick buck. And weirdly, that is exactly what makes it so scary accurate. By the end of this video, you'll know how it works, why it keeps embarrassing the experts, and why it is not the stock market, and not gambling, even though I promise you it looks like both. Here's the trick at the center of everything. Picture a ticket, a simple ticket. It pays you exactly $1 if a thing happens, and nothing, zero, if it doesn't. Will Argentina win the World Cup? They lift the trophy. Your ticket's worth $1. They don't. It's confetti. Now, the only question that matters, how much would you pay for that ticket today before anybody knows the answer? No, seriously. Pick a number. If I offered you a ticket that pays $1 if it rains tomorrow, what are you handing me right now? A quarter? 50 cents? Whatever number just popped into your head, hold on to it. That number is the entire game. Because look at what your number is secretly confessing. If you'd pay 80 cents, you must be pretty confident. You're calling it 80% likely. If you'd only risk a dime, you think it's a long shot. 10%. The price of the ticket isn't really a price. It's a probability, wearing a dollar sign. And when thousands of people buy and sell these tickets all day long, that price becomes something amazing. A live ticking percentage. The crowd's honest best guess about the future. This thing has a name. It's called a prediction market, and it's the closest we've ever come to an honest crystal ball. And you can literally watch it think. As I record this, a ticket that says Argentina wins it all, the defending champs, Messi's 6th World Cup, is going for about 18 cents. Roughly a 1 in 5 shot. If they bury a last-minute goal in a knockout game, that number will jump in seconds. 18 becomes 25, live, right in front of you. And when a team dies, ask Germany. The moment Paraguay finished them off, every Germany wins the World Cup ticket on the planet went to zero. Instantly. No referee handing down the odds. No official announcement. Just thousands of strangers repricing the future in real time. Which raises the real question. Where does that eerily smart number actually come from? Here's the beautiful part. Every trader shows up with one little scrap of information. One guy read the injury report. One woman noticed the coach quietly benched his star. Somebody's cousin literally trains with the team. Alone, each scrap is almost worthless, but the market melts all of them down into a single number. Thousands of tiny hunches, fused into one price. Economists call this the wisdom of crowds. And here's the kicker. That crowd, no press pass, no PhD, routinely outguesses the professionals on TV. But hang on. Why would a bunch of random strangers be so honest? 2 words. Real money. When you answer a free poll, lying costs you nothing. You can pick your favorite team just because you love them. But here, every opinion wears a price tag. Let your heart pick Argentina when your head knows better. And it's your own cash that burns. So people get brutally honest, brutally fast. Economists call it skin in the game. And it's the secret sauce. A poll asks what you hope will happen. A prediction market asks what you'd actually bet on. And those are 2 very different answers. Now, right about here, your brain is going, hang on, this is just the stock market with extra steps. It really isn't, and the difference matters. When you buy a stock, you own a tiny slice of a real living company. One that can grow for 100 years, pay you along the way, and keep building actual things. There's no finish line, but a prediction ticket has an expiration date and exactly 2 endings. The event happens, boom, $1 full. It doesn't, 0. That's it. Lights out. And underneath that sits a deeper split. The stock market can lift everybody at once, and when companies build real value, the whole pie gets bigger. Economists call that positive sum. A prediction market can't grow the pie. Every dollar somebody wins is a dollar somebody else lost. The money just slides across the table from the wrong guesses to the right ones. That's zero sum. And full honesty, since the platform skims a small fee off the top, the players as a group actually walk away with slightly less than they brought. Nothing new gets built here. A stock is a bet on the future getting built. A prediction ticket is a bet about which future shows up. Okay, so if it's not the stock market, then it's just gambling, right? This is where it gets good. Sit down at a roulette wheel and the house sets the odds. And they're rigged. Quietly, permanently, mathematically rigged. So that on average you lose and the building wins. Every table game in the casino works this way. That built-in tilt even has a name. The house edge. You're not really playing against other players. You're playing against a machine that was built to beat you. A prediction market flips that whole thing over. There is no house setting the odds against you. The price is set by the players, buyers and sellers haggling, exactly like a stock exchange. And the company running it just takes that small fee and steps out of the way. And here's what truly separates it from the roulette wheel. A casino produces nothing but a thrill. A prediction market produces something genuinely useful. A real public forecast that researchers, companies, even governments can actually lean on. The gambling is almost a side effect. The real product is the truth, which is exactly why these things are suddenly everywhere. For years they lived in a legal gray zone. Then the door swung open. Kalshi became the regulated American exchange, green-lit by US regulators to run real money markets, in dollars, out in the open. Polymarket, the global giant whose election numbers the whole internet was screenshotting while the TV experts hedged, came back to America with a license of its own. Robinhood put these markets in the same app as your stocks. And this World Cup? It's smashing prediction market records as we speak. Betting on the future used to be a shady backroom. Now it's 2 taps from your home screen. So, back to our guy, the one who can't name a single player. He never needed to be an expert. He just trusted the crowd's number over his superfan friends' feelings and got paid for it. That's the whole magic in one sentence. A prediction market is a machine that turns messy opinions into clean odds and turns money into something that looks an awful lot like the truth. Not a poll, not a casino, not the stock market. Something genuinely new. And once you see that little number for what it really is, a whole crowd betting its way toward tomorrow, you'll start spotting it everywhere. I dig up the invisible machinery running all our lives and make it finally make sense. So if you'd like to understand the world a little better than the experts on TV, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.